Hey guys, it is Lala Kent. Welcome back to Wednesday's regular old episode of the Give Them Lala podcast.
Good morning.
Hi, how are ya?
Yeah, hey, how are you?
Feeling a little nasally today.
I've been feeling nasally for the past 2 weeks.
Well, I did. So there's this device, you guys. It's called the Navage. And it is so 5-star. Absolutely repulsively disgusting. Basically what it is, you can get it on Amazon. It's a pretty bulky device. And I ended up ordering Easton one. So what it is you fill it, the top part, with like warm water. Then they have Navage pods, and you have to buy the pods. It's like actually genius because you have
like
to buy.
It's like a Keurig.
Exactly. Can't use the Keurig without the pods.
The Keurig pods.
So that's what this device requires. You pop it in the top, and then there's 2 buttons you hold, and it shoots water. It's
and
like
sucks.
and then sucks through the other side, and it drains in the bottom. It is trigger warning. Absolutely disgusting, but so satisfying. And after you breathe like a champion. So even though it sounds like I can't breathe, I've been using this thing the past 2 days.
Feeling better?
Yeah, you know Dad, he was like the medicine man, right? He's like, you have a headache? Here's a pill, like pulling it out of his like linty change
Can't
pocket.
breathe? Here's Afrin. And he used to go, Anafrin. He'd go, do you need some Anafrin? I feel like that's why I have such a fucked up nose too.
Well, I don't love using things like that because it's not like a saline spray where it's just like salt water to clear you up. It's the Afrin is more of like, if you can't breathe, highly recommend. However, you can become dependent.
No, and that's where I feel like I am right now because I haven't been able to breathe for the last 2 weeks. So I am so heavily dependent on Anafrin.
Is it Anafrin? I
No,
think
it's
it's
just Afrin.
Dad used to call it
Do you
that.
need some Anafrin?
You're like,
No,
hold
I
on,
need
way
just
too many
Afrin.
letters added. So that's why I got this device, and it actually, like, it's
And thank you for
game-changer.
getting me one because I am really excited to try it. It comes this week.
You're welcome. You guys, they're like $100 on Amazon, and then the pods are like for a pack of like 3 packs of them. It was like $35. But you have it. I mean, I've had this thing since I lived at my first apartment
Olympic?
at the Palazzo.
Oh.
So like 2015.
Yeah. No, you will die on the hill of the Navage.
Love the Navage. It's my favorite thing. Also, what isn't my favorite thing, but that I participated in, was watching the Oscars.
I know. Talk about a fucking all-natural sleeping pill.
Oh, no. The shade.
I mean, it's great. It's visually great, you know? But boy, oh boy.
You know, it's where Hollywood comes together to like...
sleep. Hey, you need a good sleep? I got some chloroform for you. Just watch the Oscars in 2025.
I cannot
me.
breathe.
Did anyone else, like, outfits beautiful, love the red carpet for the whatever. I didn't even love that. I'm fucking lying to you guys. But I watched. But I did find outfits I did enjoy.
Did you?
Yeah, but we'll get to that later.
The Oscars have always been snoozy. All right? Grammys, so fun.
Yes.
The Grammys
why
are
can't
so
the
fun.
Oscars just like
unbutton the top button.
yes,
Just a tad.
let the tie loosen the tie so you can breathe a little bit. Because I believe it was Conan O'Brien, right, hosting.
Yep.
Didn't dislike that. Like he's I don't even want to call him a comedian, but like he's a comic in sense the way he acts and mannerisms. So I liked him there because it eased up. You didn't have to use your fucking napkin, you know?
Totally.
That's how it felt. But
the thing I love but what? Sorry, I didn't mean to
he's
cut
just
you
under
off.
restrictions. So like that's the other reason. You probably can't do a lot of the things that Conan wanted to Conan out on.
The thing that I love about Conan O'Brien, though, is that he is very, very funny, but knows how to flip the switch of I can be funny, but also know my audience.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's a hard art to conquer. And I think they learned with the whole, what was it, Joe Coy of it all for the
Joe Coy.
Golden Globes.
Yeah,
I think he made people a little nervous to go the comedic route.
Yeah, but then you have Ricky Gervais.
He's been in hot water.
Very hot water, but, you know, that's why I really like him, because what he says is, I'm going to say it win, lose, or maybe. If you win, lose, or maybe, you got to say whatever you're going to say.
Okay.
So
just always say, because it's all of those things all the time.
And he talks about it. He goes, you can't think your thoughts. Your thoughts just happen, and then they become words, and then you're like, oh, fuck. Why did I say that?
Exactly.
My thought, But, like, he's willing to learn. So, yes, he will win, lose, or maybe. He's going to say what he's going to say. When he was in hot water about Caitlyn Jenner and all of that, the next thing that he was willing to do the next day was learn from what he did. And now from learning, he has transformed his comedy shows around it. But that's why I love him. But Joe Coy was he didn't have the switch where you could make it, like you said, to make it funny.
Totally.
Or to bring it back to business. And he couldn't do that.
I agree with you. And the thing about television, whether it's movies, series, it can get stuffy very, very quickly, because it's a night in Hollywood where you're paying homage to like all of the greats that participated in making a project. And without one person, you couldn't have made it, right? So I do understand that portion of it. I feel, in my opinion, Nikki Glaser completely transformed the Golden Globes. And I wish that we would have had something a little bit more like that. Because I have to be honest, the award shows are long. The Oscars I've always known to be a bit snoozy. And I just needed something. I zoned out a lot. I zoned out a lot.
Something to grab my attention.
Totally. So that's why we're here, because I have a feeling we're not the only ones. Even though a lot of people watched the Oscars, I think it's easy to kind of
tune out. It's almost like background noise. Yeah.
Watch, we're going to get
eaten alive, but
you guys don't understand the art.
I'm not in the art.
That's why you have the podcast you have.
Well, thank you.
I will say I died at the Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande performance. Did you see that?
No.
Ariana Grande performed Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Wizard of Oz. Cynthia performed a song from Oz, and then they came together to sing Defying Gravity. I loved the dresses that they wore. I found them to be over the top and just totally on point.
It was giving Wicked.
Totally.
Like, in that, yeah, I liked their outfits.
Which I loved that it was giving Wicked because of the performance, obviously, because they were paying homage to such a long road of like filming that movie and then it coming to fruition. The year press tour that they were on that made thousands of people smile for whatever reason, whether it was a funny meme that came of it, the dramatics of the crying in every single interview. It was just, I love how much the movie meant to so many theater people, and I love how much the movie and filming it meant to them. I think that their friendship will forever be special because of that film. I was obsessed when it goes into Cynthia Erivo belting, right? And Ariana kisses her hand and bows out and lets her just take that moment to fucking... I have to imagine when you have a voice like that, when you hit a note, it feels like you're flying.
Yeah. And to hit it as perfect as they do. Because, like, I hate to say it, they're talented, but you stress and you're worried, and sometimes you don't hit that note that you're wanting to hit. So when you hit it and you can keep belting it out... Like, I loved her Target commercial.
Oh, so good.
Like, every time it came on, I would, like, pause whatever I was doing and and she'd go, that's my part. And she would belt. Like, that note right there makes me feel like I'm flying. I'm like, oh, my gosh. So
I know.
To be the one that's making that sound.
Right?
Oh, cream in the pants.
Well,
I might have to rewatch it.
For one, was very obsessed with the fact. And a lot of people actually who are like critics, right, of fashion, I don't need to tell you I'm not a fashion girly for you to know, clearly. I think I could go there, but it's just, I don't have the drive when it comes to fashion. However, we've said this before. I don't need to sing like Celine Dion to know that Celine Dion has a good voice, right? I don't need to be a fashion girly to know when I like a look or not. People were saying, who are in the fashion world, that they wished that Cynthia and Ariana would have taken a step back from being so wicked with their looks and kind of toned it down because we are now done with award season. I think the opposite. They both went out with such a fucking bang.
I feel like you said, they're crying on the red carpet, seeing all of this come to fruition. Why would you want to not?
Like now?
Yeah, like
the grand finale is
like
when
you're
we
crossing
choose
the line and you're going to go, I'm going to dress normal. It's like, no.
I actually love that you just said that. Could you imagine these, like an Olympic athlete, they've trained all year and now they're at the Olympics. They're like, right before the finish line, I'm going to choose to slow down.
Yeah, give everybody else a chance. No.
Like Ariana Grande's look, it was a Schiaparelli couture gown, and she actually
the pink,
did have,
right? With like the tutu look.
And it was actually, that look was designed by like a lamp designer, and she did change the color to have it. They called it Glinda pink, but one of the fashion critics was like, "But to me, that will always be Ariana Grande pink." It was like the prettiest, because pink can go either way.
Yeah, but also
like
your
blue.
skin tone.
She just looked.
She looked amazing.
Like a delicate princess.
It looks. It looks like she's looking better too. I know everybody has been talking about, like, because she's just very skinny. But
Okay,
she's
can I
starting to look.
Let me jump in and defend Ariana Grande very quickly because people were worried about how thin she was. There was a point in my life where I was so stressed out that even if I wanted to eat, I couldn't. For whatever reason why Ariana Grande is thin. And at this point in time, we shouldn't be commenting in a negative way on someone's body.
Well, no, especially when
right?
you go into, and that's the other thing, like movies. How many, like Mark Wahlberg, he has to go into bulking to play a part. He has to get thin. So I didn't know as well, did she need to get a little thinner for a part? And now she can start putting back weight. I don't. However,
take all of it. Take whatever the reasoning may be. As far as like a part, we don't know what kind of stress this girl was under going in. I mean, she has lived a lot of life for someone so young. Lost one of the great loves of her life to an overdose. I think that weighs heavy on her. There's going to be times where we're not just born our age and born our weight, right? We all deal with stress differently. Things slow down. I may lose weight, gain weight. I want to know that I can be a part of the world without you commenting in a negative way. Unless you are telling me that I look beautiful and you wish me well, I don't want to hear it. It always bothered me when people were commenting on Ariana Grande's body.
Well, I didn't like it as well. My thing was, I'm hoping that whatever she's going through, she's feeling good about it and, has a leg up.
Yeah.
Because she is looking like Ariana Grande.
It's something about the eyes.
Yes, and I'm hoping, like you said, stress, all of that, and maybe the movie had a lot of stress and everything like that. It's finally over and she can relax and her metabolism might be back to normal. Who knows what she was going through.
Or
but I
will
say
she could be sitting there saying, I've never been happier in this body and this is exactly how I want to be. And guess what? Good on you, girl.
You look great.
You looked fabulous. You killed that role. She's incredibly talented. She's always been incredibly talented. How did you feel about Timothee Chalamet? Chalamet. His butter yellow suit.
I have the picture of it up right now.
It was a custom Givenchy with Cartier jewels.
No, I honestly really like it because, like, the hairstyle with it. Like, it looks good.
He's got, like the little jeweled, not bow tie, but just, like, a little ever so delicate thing around the neck.
Yeah. No, I
don't know if it's a necklace that goes underneath. I think he looks good.
No, he looks great. I like the little stash with the hair. Like, it all goes well together. And I love just, like, the black shoes. Like,
you do like the black shoes?
If he would have gone, like, white, it would have looked
corny.
it would have looked like Dumb and Dumber.
Totally.
If he would have gone like that same yellow or cream tone, it would have been too much. I just like the black shoes and then just everything else. I liked it a lot.
You guys, I went a little buck wild at Fenty Beauty over the weekend, but I do not feel bad about it because I used Rakuten and earned cash back on my Fenty haul. Rakuten is the smartest way to save money when you shop because you earn cash back at over 3,500 stores. What are you shopping for? Fashion, beauty, electronics, maybe home essentials? What about dining and concert tickets? Yep, download the Rakuten app and earn cash back on all of those things and more. Stores like Sephora and Bloomingdale's and even Nike pay Rakuten to send them shoppers, and Rakuten then passes on a part of that payment to its members as cashback. And that cashback is deposited directly into your PayPal account. Or if you're like me and not the most tech savvy, Rakuten will send you a check. You can even maximize your savings by stacking cash back on top of other deals like store sales and coupons. So that's what I did. Fenty Beauty was already having a sale, so I got sale prices and cash back. Cha-ching. You're already shopping at your favorite stores. Why not save while you're doing it? It's a no-brainer. Membership is free and it's really easy to sign up. I am perfect proof of that. So get the Rakuten app now and join the 17 million members who are already saving. Cashback rates change daily. See Rakuten.com for details. That's Rakuten. Your cashback really adds up. Cynthia Erivo was in custom Louis Vuitton. By the way, there were a few people in custom Louis. Another one was, I thought I took a picture, but I absolutely, did you see her, Easton, in this look? The deep freaking green.
So I saw it from a side angle and it didn't look that huge.
It's massive and I could not be more obsessed.
I was just going to say, I thought it was banger just like from the side. Now seeing like how big it is.
And the signature longest nails ever. So good.
No, I love her style.
She's cool as fuck.
No, she's just it.
I would have loved, we're going to get into the bonus where I asked you guys a bunch of questions about how you felt about people's looks, your favorite moments. So just strictly, I'm going to just talk about this very quickly. Zoe Saldana, speech was amazing. We'll get into that on the bonus. She was in Saint Laurent with Cartier jewelry. She can do no wrong in my eyes, except there was one miss here. Because I don't mind the dress at all. I don't mind the gloves. She had on the, and I think Erica Jane has this ring, and it is a Cartier ring. It's like a jaguar, and it came around on Zoe and like clasped and had a green jewel. And I just felt like it was so out of place with the look.
Like, because she was in red, right?
Yeah, it's like a cheetah or something. It's white diamonds with then black diamond spots. Then the cheetah head is the clasp with a giant green jewel. I'm sure it was $1 billion, but with the look, I just wasn't sold.
It would have been, the necklace alone, I don't love like how big and like chunky it looks. Like
it didn't scream Oscar to me.
No. But it would have been better, in my opinion, if that green was like a maroon or red.
Something to tie in the look.
Because the black jewels tie in the arms and all of that. But yeah, that green, and I get it. Green and red is great. Christmas.
Who doesn't love Christmas, by the way?
But I don't. Yeah, I'm with you.
I didn't love it.
I loved Halle Berry's look.
Who doesn't love fucking Halle Berry? Does she age at all?
No. Her and J-Lo.
And Demi Moore. Demi Moore is 62 and looked absolutely incredible. Halle Berry is one of the most stunning women I've ever seen. I loved her Oscar look that then she still kind of had the same vibe when she went to the Vanity Fair party. It was like a little less vavoom, but still she kept like that vibe going. I love when someone's after party dress is still in the same family as the actual award dress.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You
So
could
if you
be
look
comfy,
up,
but keep it in the same genre of what you were wearing.
right, and that's what she did. I wanted to pull up. So this was years ago. I actually went to the Vanity Fair party when my ex's movie was an Oscar contender. And I remember going, and I think I've spoken to you about this, but I was newly sober. I think this was like 2019. So I had some time under my belt, not a whole lot, like a year and some change. But I went to this party and I was so intimidated by the whole experience. And it was such a strange thing to be inside because I look at the photos from last night and they're fabulous. It looks like everyone is having the funnest time ever. I remember going and it being incredibly stuffy. And maybe I was just in my own head and couldn't have fun because I didn't know how to be out in that environment without a drink quite yet.
Yeah, but we take on, but 5 people is stuffy for me, so I get you on that. But
yeah, it was a lot.
I just remember going to the event that you spoke at for Shapiro,
Oh, okay.
Brent Shapiro
Yeah, yeah.
Foundation. And like that room was used for what? Oscars?
I think it was the Oscars are always held at Dolby Theater.
Okay.
That one was it had been used for the Golden Globes.
That was my only thing when I walked in there. I was like, this is not as grand as everybody makes it feel.
Right. Like the TV and all of the photos make everything look so glamorous and amazing.
Like
However,
the wide shots.
What I did love is as I'm scrolling through the Vanity Fair page, you can see as the night goes on and pictures are taken, hairs falling in the face, girls are needing a little bit of powder, men who had a lot of gel in their hair is somewhat getting a little drunk as well. And I'm like, okay, I dig this.
They're having
like
fun.
it.
They're letting loose.
Yes, as it goes on, like everyone's very posy, and then all of a sudden, all the pictures are like people getting selfies and looking like they've had one too many cocktails. Drinks are in the hands, which for the professional photos at the very beginning, you always put the drink down. We're not drinking, we're together.
We're professional.
Exactly. So I did like seeing like how real it got towards the end of the feed and end of the night. Us Weekly did hottest naked dresses from the Vanity Fair party. I'm going to read them to you.
Wait, multiple women went naked?
Not fully naked,
No,
but like
they had
hottest
like,
naked dresses
so
on Oscar
like,
night.
What's her name's?
Julia Fox, did you see hers?
No, I was thinking of Kanye West.
Like that?
Yeah.
But
classy?
less. No, I wouldn't even say classy, just we're not showing our vaginas and nipples and ass cracks like on full display. Like we're giving the nude. However, Julia Fox was giving us Julia Fox. Hers was a see-through dress. Nipples are fuzzed out. And then she's got hair attached to the dress. It is wild. And if anyone else did it, you'd be like if you covered the face and showed that to someone, they would highly be judgmental. But the moment that you see that it is Julia Fox, you're like, tracks, love it. Totally tracks. The next one was Keke Palmer. She looked amazing. All she had on, you guys, was like a really beautiful flowy white dress, a little white bandeau top, and over the top was like this meshy, bejeweled top. So it wasn't giving nude. Paige DeSorbo looked absolutely fantastic. She and her co-host on Giggly Squad hosted the Vanity Fair Red Party. I died. I love when I see Bravo celebrities go into this transition of, we're here. The biggest party of the year during award season. You guys are hosting the red carpet. Absolutely incredible. Kylie Jenner skipped the red carpets. No.
Oh.
She skipped the red carpet at the award show and skipped the Vanity Fair carpet. I think it has to do with the fact that she is mourning a great loss in her glam community with Jesus, who did her hair. And fun fact, the girl who does my hair actually assisted him on his jobs. So the reason I even knew who this person was because I follow my hairstylist, obviously. And she posted something and I was like, I'm so sorry for your loss. And then all of a sudden my page is being flooded with massive celebrities talking about him. And it really did cause the Hollywood community to mourn. I mean, he did Jennifer Lopez. He was found in Europe and he was doing Jennifer Lopez's hair. Extremely talented. I think that was the reason why maybe she tapped out.
Yeah, especially. I mean, you get pretty close with your hairstylist, you know?
Oh, they know everything.
Yeah, so and you don't want... I agree with you. I wouldn't want somebody doing my hair or getting me glammed up when I was in the mental space that I was in or that she is in. I would just say, I just want to go, don't put me anywhere.
I mean, there's also the flip side where maybe she just wanted Timothee Chalamet to have his moment. This is your
movies.
Yeah. But it was interesting that she skipped Vanity Fair's red carpet as well. She looked amazing. She wore Miu Miu to the award show. It was just black, had these ab cutouts. Very classic. I love what she's doing right now with like the minimal makeup. She's so stunning.
Yeah.
And I love like the side part with the blown out hair. It's like not too much. People love to make a comparison of how she was with each of her boyfriends. Like, this is how she was with Tyga. This is how she was with Travis Scott. This is how she is with Timothee Chalamet. And I do think when you're dating somebody, you do tend to take on a different you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you're kind of a product of your environment.
100%.
Yeah.
You know, she's looking the part of like a Hollywood actor's girlfriend. Like very stunning and classic. It's not so made up.
She's not trying to be a Kardashian right now?
No.
Or a Jenner?
Or a Jenner. Well, you know, she's just in a different...
Yeah.
She looks like, I'm a businesswoman, I'm a mama, and I'm going to look like a classic beauty. There's not a shit ton of contour, big lashes, thick liner, smoky eye. She just looked very fresh, which I was very into.
Everything is so expensive these days, and I know the last thing any of us want is more credit card debt. Enter the Chime Credit Builder Card. This is a secure credit card with no annual fees. You can build credit with money you set aside and avoid interest or expensive debt. And having better credit gives you an advantage when it comes to loan rates for personal loans, cars, homes. A better credit score means a better interest rate. Better credit can even help you land your dream job, since some potential employers are checking credit scores for potential red flags before hiring. Plus, you can get access to MyPay and get up to $500 of your pay before payday with no mandatory fees. So, like I mentioned, the Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card has no annual fees, interest, or credit check to apply. You can use it everywhere Visa credit cards are accepted, and you can build credit using your own money. Turn your everyday purchases into steps towards your financial goals with Chime Secure Credit Card. Get started today at chime.com/Lala. That's chime.com/Lala. Chime. Feels like progress. The Chime Credit Builder Visa Credit Card is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. SpotMe eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal and OTC advance fees may apply. Late payment may negatively impact your credit score. Results may vary. MyPay eligibility requirements apply. Credit limits range $20 to $500. Terms and conditions apply. Go to chime.com/disclosures for details.
Can I tell you about Demi Moore's dress that I heard on the news today? Did you see her look?
No, but I can find it.
She's one of the most stunning humans I think I've ever seen. Again, 62 years old. Here she is. So get a glimpse of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Me likey.
Yeah.
So 70,000 crystals.
On that dress?
Yep. 32 hours of making the artwork. So I assume that just means like the cutout of the dress. 1,600 hours of embroidery. That's how long it took to bead that dress, embroider it. And it took 18 people to embroider the dress. That is a work of art.
Yeah. What do you do with those dresses after?
Oh, you keep them. They go in the archives. If you're like really fucking wealthy, you have a storage unit that is the perfect temperature. No dust is getting in there, and everything is put into a
plastic bags. And
not
then
even
labeled.
plastic, because plastic can
Like the zipper, like felty.
Yes. And it goes into the archives and everything is labeled. And a lot of people pull from their archives and wear them out, and it becomes this huge iconic moment. There's no like getting rid of this dress, right?
Yeah.
This is going to go on to be with many generations.
Like she'll hand this down.
Of course. Stunning. And you know, this was the first year that she took home an award for her acting. How did you feel about the men's looks? Did you have anyone that you really loved?
Yeah, I actually did. The men's look obviously are like classier, but I loved Coleman Domingo.
Oh.
The red top with like it almost looked like he was like a ninja. With like
I loved that look too.
Yeah, no, I absolutely loved his look. And then another one that I really enjoyed is Andrew Garfield.
Okay, I liked his look too.
The all brown.
Yes.
And then, honestly, other than
However, some people were saying it's played out because he had the glasses on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it.
I liked it.
Let me tell you who won for me, though.
Who?
Jeremy Strong. He plays one of the sons in Succession.
Yes.
Let
me see.
Adored his entire look.
That was my next one because it's the lighter toned brown. I loved his look. That was my next one that I was going to pick. And then...
it's like a taupey green.
Yes.
It's
like
so good.
Like a light olive.
Oh, so good.
No, I really, really liked his look. And then, obviously, just the dude who keeps it the classiest.
Who?
Adrian Brody.
Oh.
He always looks great. And
He's
I love
sexy.
all of his speeches. Did you hear his speech? I did listen to one of them.
Tell me about it.
So he's just talking, thanking everybody for, putting time and effort.
Yeah.
And they start playing the walk-off music. And he goes, turn that off. I've done this before.
This ain't my first rodeo.
This ain't my first. Something in that boat. And then...
And they do. They turn it off.
Yeah, they turned it right off. And then he took the time to, talk about just world problems. And his parents were immigrants.
Okay.
So he talks about the dedication that they put into him so he could live out his dreams, and with everything just going on in the world, to be nice to the person next to you.
I love that.
To not look at color or just judgment and just pick
well,
that
the state of the world and just everything that's going on. I loved all of the speeches where they were very gracious when they received their awards, but acknowledged the fact that we're not blind to the fact that we're here at an award show when people don't even know if they're going to wake up tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know if their children will survive the night. Like, I really appreciate anyone who can bring in a bit of self-awareness in such a fabulous setting, right?
Yes.
Because it's all about the diamonds and what everyone's wearing. And sometimes for a moment, it becomes suffocating where you're like, how are we doing this right now?
Yeah.
How can we be...
With the world and the state it's in, why do we care about a Cartier ring or anything? Or who made your dress?
Right, like a couture gown. How are these things that we could even participate in talking about?
I just have to say that, I've worked in, 9 to 5s, just grinding like that. I've worked on movie sets, and when I tell you, actors, actresses, you name it, anybody in that field, ADs, producers, that is a fucking hard job to get into character, to do all those things. So I don't mind seeing them do the things that they do because that's fruits of their labor.
Right.
And they deserve to do that because that is fucking grueling.
I love that you said that because it just was a full circle moment of us talking about how stuffy the award show is and how it is a little bit snoozy. That is the biggest night for them to all look around and go, we fucking made the project and here we are.
Yeah, because, we all work. That's all we do. Everybody works, whatever it is. But some people get raises. They got a movie in the Oscars.
Right.
Everybody has a pinnacle for their work. So you can't be judgmental on what they're doing based off of the hard work they've put in.
Right.
You know, so like,
and again, it is
see
made
that.
much more glamorous on television.
No, it really
than what it actually is about.
Give Them Lala is sponsored by BetterHelp. Who's your support system? For me, it's my family and friends. They've always got time to listen and help me understand my situation better. In a society that glorifies hyper-independence, it's easy to forget that we're all better when we have a support system behind us. Therapy can be a source of support for any area of your life. Therapy from BetterHelp is so helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself, and it isn't just for those who have experienced major trauma. Therapy is beneficial for everyone. BetterHelp is fully online, making therapy affordable and convenient, serving over 5 million people worldwide. You can access a diverse network of more than 30,000 credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties and easily switch therapists anytime at no extra cost. Build your support system with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/GTL to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/GTL. BetterHelp.com/GTL.
Can I tell you something about
Tell me.
Adrian Brody?
Yeah.
So it was after Harvey Weinstein had gone to prison. They had officially taken him in. And I was in Puerto Rico with my ex, and he was there with Harvey Weinstein's wife at the time, or ex-wife. They had like a whirlwind romance.
Adrian Brody?
Yes. He was there with Harvey Weinstein's wife. Her name's Georgina Chapman. And it was wild because we were in Puerto Rico at one of the hotels on the reserve. And just looking at her and knowing what was happening in the United States, it was like they came here to get away. And it just takes one person being a fucking lunatic to snap a picture and it would sell for so much money. And it never appeared anywhere that they were basically camped out in Puerto Rico, the two of them. I would see them at the gym. I'd see them walking on the beach. And I was like, I really hope that there's not some lunatic
Snapping
who
photos.
snatches her piece from her right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. I was just thinking about like being in the life of walking out your door and you're now unsafe.
Before we move on to other news, I just want to say that for the first time ever, I feel like Kim Kardashian did not kill it at Vanity Fair.
Oh, no. Tell us why.
By the way, she can do no wrong. She's absolutely stunning. Bone structure, perfection. Hairline, perfection. Body, perfection. Skin, flawless. Like, she's a flawless human being. But it felt unfinished. I felt like I was looking at someone who was in a fitting to see what they were going to wear to the party.
And she tried it on the day of.
And they were like, this is the fitting, but you actually have to leave in 15 minutes. So just go. Like, I feel like she was sent out unfinished.
Face and all, or just outfit?
Let me just show you. Not the face. I love the glam. I love the hair. It needed a jewel or something. It needed a jewel. She has no necklace, no earrings, no rings, no bracelet. It just needed...
It needed accessories.
It needed...
Because it's an all-white dress.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it just needs some sparkle around it.
Yeah, it needed something to be Oscar-y.
Yeah.
Otherwise, can I tell you, if she were at some like charity event in New York City,
Perfect.
Fabulous. Charity event in Europe.
Anywhere.
We're at the Oscars.
Yes.
I need a bracelet. I need a necklace. I need something, even just a pair of earrings.
Yeah.
It felt undone.
I can see that.
Stunning, but it was a miss. It was a miss. And she always kills it.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to actually see what she wore. And I was
very disappointed.
I was disappointed in... The only one who didn't disappoint me was Kylie. She was in like a lacy type of dress.
Was Kendall there?
Kendall, that was Kendall next to her
Oh,
in the
I
photo.
didn't even see.
She's in a lace dress. She wasn't doing it for me either. And I always get so excited.
Pretty though.
No,
but
by the way,
I
no
get
one's,
what you're saying.
No
It's
one's
not
saying,
Oscars.
It just, again, they can do no wrong in my eyes. So even if you put this in front of me, I'm like,
Yes.
okay, they did it. if I could give a note,
That's your note.
I wish Kylie's hair were longer. Or not Kylie's, Kendall's.
We're longer?
They're into the chopped right now. The whole family. And I just can't get behind it.
Chris. They're all turning into Chris.
By the way, worst things to turn into. Did you see, speaking of Kardashian Jenner world, did you see the beef between Alabama Barker
and Bhad Bhabie?
Bhad Bhabie?
Yeah.
I refuse to call her Bhad Bhabie when she has got so many H's in her name. Have you seen the episode of Family Guy where he's in the car with Meg and he's like, howdy, 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 ha. Because his breath stinks.
Yeah.
I have to imagine that when she, like, I could see him saying, Bhad Bhabie, Bhad Bhabie.
Do you think Bhad Bhabie has bad breath?
I wouldn't know. Maybe. She gave up smoking, I heard. So
yeah,
maybe.
No, I think she could.
But a lot of, in fact, you should see what it auto-corrected in my phone. I'm glad I know what I'm talking about because Bhad Bhabie is not Bhad Bhabie.
What is it?
Bhagwan Bhad Bhagwan Bhad is what it changed it to. That's fine, though. Bhad Bhabie. So now Shayna Moakler has tapped herself in. And that is Alabama Barker's mom. And she does this voiceover, which I thought it was real. I showed my mom, and my mother, Lisa, is the one that told me.
The one who is teased by AI on videos of firefighters walking out of burning houses with like
Bambi.
walruses and stuff. And she's like, look, they saved this walrus. And you're like, oh, come on now.
AI. My mom, I was like, Shayna Moakler talks way different now. I show Easton Shayna Moakler on Jeff Lewis, and I'm like, now listen to this video. And my mom goes, that's a voiceover. It's like one of those TikToks. I was like,
no,
wow.
It's crazy that my mother is getting on board now.
Thank God you told me because I was about to do the pod and be like, Shayna Moakler has gone rogue.
She turned into Bhad Bhabie.
She turned into Bhad Bhabie, but she's basically saying, my daughter's not a fighter, but I am. Don't come for my daughter. It's getting heated. And what is it over?
I mean, they're beefing and releasing a lot of stuff.
Songs,
about it,
rap songs.
Yeah, about each other, and like Bhad Bhabie saying that Alabama Barker is not even old enough to drink. And she's like fucked a 1,000 dudes. And like she knew that.
What does one have to do with the other? What does being old enough to drink have to do with being...
Well, that's just in her song. Like, there's Tyga. She had, and I mean, I'm just going off of what I read. I read that Alabama Barker got pregnant and had an abortion.
By Tyga.
And so
Tyga squashed that. He was like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Okay.
Diddy's lawyer quit the case.
And we talked about this, and you have to tell me. Or tell everyone what you told me.
What did I tell you?
Or was it Landon?
Landon told us. About Osama bin Laden?
Yes.
I was told by Landon that this lawyer who was representing P. Diddy
represented Osama bin Laden.
So what the fuck has this lawyer seen?
That is so bad that you're like, I'm fucking out.
Done.
Yeah, you think of everything that lawyer knows.
Yeah.
From Osama bin Laden.
Yeah. He immediately wanted to be relieved from this case. Is this true? Did he represent Osama? Did Osama have legal counsel?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Landon's a smart dude. When I heard that, I was like, first of all, I should fact check this before I talk about it on the pod.
But we're just headlines, no matter where the headline comes from.
But again, take any of it out, right? When someone signs on to be a lawyer, I mean, there are people who have murdered people and they find counsel that sticks by their side.
Yeah, and fight for them like they didn't murder.
Well, even if they did, it's like, all right, well, let's try to figure out some way where they don't give you the death sentence.
So what this gentleman needs to do instead of...
I just don't think there's any helping.
No, there is. There is. He needs to not get off the case, and he needs to just walk in and say, Diddy did it all.
I saw it all.
Saw it all. He did it all. Well...
Attorney-client privilege. Even if he wanted to, he couldn't say that shit. It's literally...
Say it anyway.
In their contract.
Fucking P. Diddy and fuck that guy.
Gene Hackman and his wife, Betty, their deaths are suspicious enough to open an investigation. It's very weird. The carbon monoxide was
Ruled out.
2 of the dogs were alive. One of the dogs that was created had passed away. There were pills everywhere with the wife, but Gene's pacemaker showed that it stopped working 2 weeks before his passing. I find this so freaking strange. Like, it is wild to me. What could it be?
The only thing I know is we're probably going to get a really good documentary out of it and finding out.
I mean, I guess one of the daughters they haven't
spoken to in
like 2 months. And you want to say, like, okay, I don't see that there's foul play here. But why were 2 of the dogs alive? One of them was passed away. 2 separate bedrooms.
Do we know how I mean, it sounds crazy, but do we know how the dog died?
They know nothing. Well, they haven't released anything. They think that the dog passed away from dehydration. His wife was, I think, maybe 30 years younger than him. He was like 95. So she was in her 60s. What would cause both of them to be found dead? I'm so...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, unless it was like a choice. That's the thing. I don't know. With there being pills laying around, did they both just say, you know what, let's call it quits? And did they OD or, and I'm throwing anything out. I don't know their past, if that's even a thing, but at what point do you just start throwing shit on the wall and seeing what sticks?
With all of the 2020s and Datelines that I've watched, unless the police and investigators are 100% certain about something, they could have a lot of spaghetti and they're throwing it at the wall. Until there's only a couple things that stick, they've got a tight grip on it. Mm-hmm. And I just keep going back to one of my most favorite movies where Gene Hackman plays a very wealthy smoker and hacks a lot. Oh, Gene Hackman, how funny. And it's with Jennifer Love Hewitt. It's called Heartbreakers. And they go and try to find rich older men who are on the verge of dying and taking all their money. And Gene Hackman is in it. And he like has a cane and a very red nose and just like hacks a lot and smokes a ton.
And it's just a wealthy man.
Rich as fuck. Yeah.
In real life and in the movie.
Wow.
He's just playing himself.
Gene Hackman hacking and is rich. Sounds like you may have been playing yourself. Anyway, he was a great, and I loved the tribute that Morgan Freeman did to him at the Oscars last night. And he looked very sad. He said, Hollywood lost a great, and I also lost a great friend. Sad. I know. That's the age you get to where your friends start dropping like flies.
I know.
Dad always told us that. He was like, the hard thing about getting old is your friends start passing away. I was like,
I don't want to get old.
I don't mind. Trader star Dylan Efron thinks showers are overrated and people soap their bodies too much.
Don't know if I want to smell him.
I would think the opposite. He looks so well groomed.
That's what I was thinking. He looks like he showers 3 times a day.
Right? He thinks it's overrated? Smelling good is overrated? He said, I think people shower too much. And he put that on Instagram. We take way too many showers, he reiterated. It's killing everything. Oh.
He has a point?
He does have a point, but I just don't. He said we don't need to soap our bodies every time we're in the shower either. That's way too much. I can't get behind it.
I mean, I can in a sense. How many times are you showering? But then again, it's like, you got to choose one or the other. Either you shower a lot and don't wash your body every time, and you wash it at night. Like if you shower in the morning just to shower and get ready. If I'm in the shower, though, I'm fucking in the shower. Let's get some shit done.
Let's soap ourselves. That's why I'm in here, to get clean. I'm not here to get wet. If I wanted to get wet, I'd go swimming.
I do know. Is it like shampoo, though? I heard shampooing your hair too much is bad.
Well, it dries it out. It strips it of the oils. But I'm not, like, you most certainly need to use soap, your armpits, your private parts.
We're in
100% every time.
Yeah, we're in a time where, like, I think the body soap we're using is, like, hydrating the skin.
Yeah, it depends on what soap you're using. Like, I love a
and
good...
not drying us out.
Yeah, I love a good Dove.
Oh, that's all I use.
Love a good Dr. Teal's.
Like them too.
But I just, when you're out and about every day, which I assume he is, you know, being a little faithful on Traders, it's disheartening to know he would go back after a long day to his hotel room and think,
that shower's overrated.
right, what? But like in the
climb
field,
in there.
Get in there and scrub up, buddy.
Yeah. Down the leg too, man. Don't let that soap just hit, you got to scrub.
Yeah, and your feet too. I don't like what he said. And with a face that looks like that, you need to smell good too. Right? Nothing worse than a stinky human.
We need to talk to him more about that.
I feel like you need to get him on the pod just for this topic.
Yeah.
Like, who cares if your brother is Zac Efron? I need to smell your armpit right now.
Yeah.
And see if what you're saying is correct. By the way, though, sometimes soap doesn't... Do you know why you get BO?
No.
There's bacteria under your armpits. So what you need to do, like maybe once a week, is take a lemon wedge...
And rub it in there.
Rub it under there. You let it dry on its own. And then you shower and like rinse it off. Because sometimes, even if you get in the shower and soap up, like you can still, time passes, you get in the bed, still get funky under there. How do I know this? Because I'm a woman. Hear me roar.
I'm a man.
And smell me smell.
And I've showered.
You have to have the
crawled
lemon.
into bed and I'm like, well, where's that BO coming from?
Because it's the bacteria. You gotta have a lemon
I'm gonna
on you
lemon
at
up
all
today.
times. You know, if you're like Shannon Bedore, you'll have 9 lemons in a bowl at all times. One should be used for the armpits. Also, I was reading that we are in the era of celeb plastic surgery regret. The Kardashian effect led to a rise in plastic surgery and fillers. Then the pandemic gave a rise to the Zoom effect. Now the trend is plastic surgery reversal. People like Bella Hadid have done it. Black China went viral for like taking her butt implants out or having it dissolved and her boobs taken out.
Didn't know.
Yeah. There was a girl on the podcast page. Actually, no, it was on my main page. And she was like, this is not, I heard or I read that you took your fillers out. This is not your natural face. I was like, first of all, what a compliment that you think that I'm filled to the brim, which it could have lasted this long. It could have lasted. I haven't been injected with filler since pre-pandemic. And it lasts a long time, right? Yeah. But I'm like, girl, I would never. I'm not subscribing to the reversal, all right? What, do you want me to take my bones out of my face? No! The filler's creating the structure. I take that out, I might as well have taken the bones out of my face.
Yeah, I feel you there.
And what, I'm going to go back to looking like this?
So, thin lip? Nothing more unattractive on a woman than thin lips. I'm sorry. I've got my,
The shade. But people have said, like, Kylie Jenner has said that she's reversing. I'm like, no.
No, she's not.
You guys, she's beautiful. Beautiful. She looks incredible. But I just don't buy it.
No.
I hate it when someone tells me, stop touching your lips. You were beautiful on season 5 of Vanderpump Rules. I'm like, well, season 5 of Vanderpump Rules, I was also 25 years old.
Age.
26.
Age does stuff.
Okay. So I'm 34 now. I'll be 35 this year. So that part happened. But also, it's not your face. You coming here to tell me that I need to stop injecting my lips is like me going to your page to tell you you need to start injecting your lips.
Yeah.
If you wanted your lips injected, you would go do that. Just like if I didn't want mine injected or to
you'd
like
have it be, you'd dissolve them.
I picked this.
Yeah.
Hand selected, baby. Please stop telling me to not do something that I like to do. If I were sitting here reading a book, would you be like, stop reading that book? No, you would just let me fucking do it.
No,
you just wouldn't read a book.
Well, yeah, but I'd say we're podcasting right now. Put the book down.
But it just is wild to me. Stop telling people what to do or not do with their face.
I know.
Remember the days of minding your business?
Do you want to know what's way funny? I was talking to Calvino about this.
Oh, Calvin.
And
Calvin Cobb.
Yeah, the little corn on the cobber.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it. And anytime people ask us what we're doing, we're answering with that. Just been minding my business.
What have you been up to? Just minding my business.
Yeah.
My business has been minded.
Yeah, that's how I'm responding. You don't need to know anything. I don't want to tell you anything. And I don't want you to have an input of what I'm doing.
Right.
So I'm minding my fucking business.
And let me be honest. If I tell you what I'm up to, you're going to go talk shit about it with your friends. How do I know this? Because when you tell me what you're up to, I go talk shit about it.
Yeah, because it's a stupid fucking idea. Might be a good one. But.
We all just need to mind our own business.
I know. Keep in your own mind, you fucks.
Truly. Keep the filler. Don't keep the filler. I don't give one fuck. By the way, you just got your jawline filled in.
Skin tight aesthetic.
It looks really good.
Thank you, Lee. Yeah, look at my watch. Watch me frown.
Hold on. I'm so jealous
Can you
right
remove
now.
that thing?
Watch me frown.
Sometimes though, I get injected and like, I'll get anxiety. Like I'll be looking in the mirror and I'm like, fucking crease.
When I used to
leave the mirror.
I get it. When I used to get injected with filler, I still would get stoned. And I would have panic attacks wanting to pull it out of my face. So I had to avoid mirrors when I was stoned.
That's the biggest thing, yeah. But skin tight aesthetic. I can't get enough of them.
I know. You look really good. Lift your eyebrows. Wow, I'm so jealous.
I know. Got a little jawline in here.
Yeah, you look great.
Lee always taking care of me.
We are pro injectables over here. You guys, I hope that you had a fabulous weekend. Happy hump day. I hope you enjoyed the Oscars. I will catch you guys on Monday for the bonus and again on Wednesday for the regular old episodes. Catch you later. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe.
Did I get all three? I'm getting really good at that.